More penalties. An elbowing and a high sticking penalty. He's got to like the way his team's playing so far.
Well, no question, it gets very difficult when you're up against a speedy team like the Wolves. He wants to make sure that his team tries to slow the pace down. And right now, I would think this game's a little too fast, that the London Knights want to slow the pace down a little bit.
Lots of open ice out there, 3-on-3. And the guys who love to handle the puck and have a lot of fun, like Paul DiPietro, number 22, who's out there for the Wolves. He doesn't have it right now. Out through center, Barry Young hits the line. DiPietro's trailing, he's got it now. Nice move off the boards. Tried to turn and go for the net. Boyd just swept it away. Lead pass, here comes Lushko. Couldn't outmaneuver Adam Bennett, not a chance.
Good one-on-one play by the big Chicago Blackhawk draft pick. First rounder, Adam Bennett.
DiPietro knocks it down. Lushko is right on him. Driving after the puck. Knocked loose, here comes Lushko. His second break-in with Corvo. Lushko and on goal, centers it. Corvo couldn't get a handle on it. Wade Bartley had his back to him, too. All the way out to the line, and Mark Guy couldn't keep it in. Lushko out at center to Mark Guy. DiPietro hovering up there by that blue line, just like pond hockey. He comes in to O'Donnell with a shot. Tanner waves at it and knocks it down. DiPietro, after that puck behind him, takes a swing at it. Martel back out for London. Working the give and go with Batiste. Martel after it in the corner. Bumping in there with Bartley. Bartley coming away with the puck. Sonmez cutting it on goal. Gets all the way in there and sandwiches the puck between himself and John Tanner.
A real nice wrist by Jim Sonmez.
He really turned it up a notch coming down the right side.
And Tanner played him very well. Tanner's a big goaltender. He covers a lot of the net. Watch Sonmez break around the defenseman, Guy, and charge. And Tanner is so big when he lays across like that. Sonmez was already going down. He had no opportunity to put the puck up high.
Sonmez is from Turkey, of all places. And I can safely say he is the only player in the Canadian Hockey League from Turkey.
Not too many born in Istanbul. And we're going to get the geography lesson here again tonight. Last week we had a couple of guys from Belfast, Northern Ireland. We've got one from Belfast, Northern Ireland tonight, Barry Young, the Sudbury Wolves defenseman. And now we've got one from Istanbul, Turkey.
Pretty close season series between the two teams. Mark Guy is off for tripping at 13:35. Mark Guy of the London Knights. So power play time. Here's Bennett, shoots. Tanner the stop. Cahill was right in front. Couldn't get his stick on it. Chitteroni in back of the net, number 15, to Adam Bennett. Trying to center it in front. Back to O'Donnell with a shot, and sliding out to block it is Purdy. Here's Adam Bennett to Sean O'Donnell, to Chitteroni, to McVicker. Shoots! Hit the side of the net. Bennett moving it into the corner. Cahill, number 12. Still with it. Pass across, just bouncing up over the stick of O'Donnell. Spins around and shoots it in. McVicker centers it in front. Martel back to pick it up, and he starts back. Through center. Martel, good job penalty killing. Gets it in over the blue line. Adam Bennett. 55 seconds left in the power play. Cahill, number 12, after it along the boards, given a bump by Boyd. Taylor picks it up. Cahill, number 12, jabbing at it. Chitteroni, number 15, in to help him out. Boyd trying to freeze it. Cahill gets it back. Out to the line. Adam Bennett off the boards for Darcy Cahill. Chitteroni sneaking out, bouncing puck. And over top of Bennett and down the ice.
A great chance, Paul. Looked like it bounced off the post of the crossbar. It was in midair, and the Wolves were trying to bat it out. Couldn't get their stick on it.
15 seconds left in Mark Guy's tripping penalty. 4:38 to play, first period. 0-0 between the Wolves and the Knights. And here comes DePietro. Stopped up at the blue line. The puck flicked back down the ice by Dennis Purdy. Wolves make some changes on the go, and the Knights do the same. Jason Young moving it up at center. Wade Bartley. DeSanez, a shot, goes off a leg. Jason Young trying to get it back for Sanmez, knocked down. McKay gets it out. John Batiste in over the blue line. Batiste, top of the slot, off both goalposts. DeBruce bumping in the corner. McKay, number 19, coasting around, trying to get it loose, and we get a stop. 3:51 to play in the first period. How often do you see a shot go off of both goalposts?
John Batiste of the London Knights really handcuffed netminder David Gaverty. He takes a nice drop pass here, and it looks like they thought it was going to go up top. Both goalposts, like a pinball game.
And all the commotion right now. While we were away, Jason Young was fouled somehow. To be quite honest, our attention was down at the other end of the ice, and the London Knights copped with a 5-minute penalty. And with 5 minutes, usually goes a game misconduct for intent to injure. We'll see what happens. Lots of discussion right now. Did you see that, Bob?
I didn't see what happened, and I'll be interested to see which London Knight it is that's maybe finished for the night. Because no one's gone to the penalty box as of yet, and I haven't seen anybody walk off the ice.
Jason Young, the Sudbury Wolf player who was down on the ice. And the guy complaining most loudly was Rick Corribo, number 5 for the London Knights. And finished for the night, if you'll pardon the pun, is number 21, Dennis Purdy.
As we said, Paul, a valuable guy to lose as he's escorted by Don Brankley, the London trainer, off to the dressing room. That must be an intent to injure penalty. There was a big scrum in the corner, a lot of shoving going back and forth. The next thing you know, all of a sudden, Jason Young is lying on the ice. 5 minutes for spearing. Wayne Maxwell will be without one of his better, most valuable players, Purdy.
At 16:09, he gets 5 minutes for spearing and a game misconduct.
No question about that. And this gives the Sudbury Wolves something they'd love to have, a 5-minute power play. With the offensive players they have, DePietro, Cahill, Wade Bartley out there, they can really do some damage here and try and break open what has so far been a fairly tight game, no goals scored. But certainly the Sudbury Wolves, the more offensive of the two teams.
So a match penalty going to Dennis Purdy. And a 5-minute power play for the Sudbury Wolves with 3:44 remaining in the first period. Obviously, the power play will carry over to the second period.
The guy to watch is DePietro, number 22. Most exciting player in the Ontario League.
And here comes DePietro, shoots! Up around the boards. Cahill to Bartley, just out of his reach, kept in. Cahill along the boards. Back to Bartley. Puck poked out. Good work, aggressive work at the blue line by number 26, Doug Sinishin of the London Knights. Bartley, DePietro to Bartley, in over the line, looking for Cahill. McVicker charging up there too, number 24. He fell, and the puck again cleared. 4 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the power play for Sudbury. 0-0. 2:50 to play in the first period. I'm Paul Romanek with Bob McKenzie at the Sudbury Arena. Sanmez to Cahill. McVicker going for the net. So is Sanmez. Gives his man a bump. Trevor Dam, number 25, trying to jam it up. DePietro back to Bennett. Back to DePietro to Bennett. Feathers that through. It's knocked down. Trevor Dam can't get it out. Here's Bennett to DePietro. Into Cahill. Centers it right in front. Good chance. Sanmez couldn't finish, and the Knights get it out.
Very aggressive penalty killing by the London Knights. They've got what they call a rotating press, where the first man will go right after the puck carrier, and even if he has to go out of position, the second man will come in behind him and pick up his spot.
Adam Bennett up to Kovacs. Bennett charging in after it. Kovacs comes in to help out. Mark Guy moves it up around the boards for the Knights, but not out. Here's Trevor Dam. He'll take the hit. Young back at the line. Over to Bennett. Bennett has been on for the whole power play so far. LaForge back to the line. Young shoots. Up around the boards and all the way out. Barry Young. Puck intercepted. Martel will turn and fire it back for London. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the power play. 1:24 remaining in the first period. Sudbury working with the man advantage. A 5-minute power play because Dennis Purdy got a 5-minute match penalty for spearing. Tanner up over the glass. And the Wolves fans want a delay of game penalty, intentional delay of game penalty. You won't see that.
In the National Hockey League, that will be automatic. In fact, he's getting one. It's automatic here as well. Doesn't matter whether there's any intent. As soon as the goaltender shoots the puck over the boards, it's a delay of game penalty. And that's what we're seeing right now.
And the referee made no motion to call that penalty at all. It looked as though once the case was pressed by the Wolves that he relinquished. Tough to tell, of course. I mean, I can't hear what you're saying from up here.
So now the situation, Paul, is 2 men short for the rest of this period. In fact, for the next 2 minutes, they'll be 2 men short. There's Tanner. In fact, got the signals crossed with the London defenseman. And the big question is, did that go off a Sudbury player before it went out? It may well have, and perhaps that's what the London Knights were arguing about. If it deflects, you're okay.
And Chris Crombie, number 14, will head across to serve the penalty. 1:10 to go in the period, a 2-man advantage for Sudbury. The Knights digging themselves into a deep, deep trench late in this first period, but it's still 0-0. And if they can survive this onslaught, boy, well, that builds your character for the rest of this game.
The Wolves desperately want to get a goal in this last minute of play.
DePietro up to Cahill. At the line, Cahill just playing that puck, but couldn't keep it in. Gavardi dropping it off for Bartley. 40 seconds left in the period. 2-man advantage for the Wolves. Here comes Wade Bartley. In over the blue line to Chitteroni. Offside called on Sudbury.
Well, we're getting a lot of flash from Paul DePietro, but not much result so far in the game. A dangerous, dangerous man on the power play. He's got 20 power play goals this year. That's a franchise record for the Sudbury Wolves, passing Dave Farish, an old hard-shooting defenseman who's now coach in the American League, who had 18 back in 1976.
DePietro lining up in the faceoff against Trevor Dam. 30 seconds left in the period. Bartley. To DePietro. It's the line. He has been stopped at the blue line constantly tonight. Here's Jason Young now. Over to Bartley. Into DePietro. All the way across for Young. To DePietro. The pass comes off the boards with a shot. Tanner makes the save. DePietro along the board. 7 seconds left. To Chitteroni. Centers it. Back to the line. Jason Young. 3 seconds. Shoots. And time runs out in the first period. Great period, and the power play will carry over into the second for the Sudbury Wolves, but they go through 20, 0-0. First intermission coming up, we'll talk to a very busy John Tanner of the London Knights, among other things. What a great game so far. We're finished 1 period on CHL. Sunday night at 0-0.